What's going on, guys? And we're back with another video. Today we are going to be taking the wagon finally to my sister's shop, and we're going to start sanding down and prepping the vehicle for paint. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed, a lot of nicks, and like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but I do want to get this sensation of doing it myself, and kind of going through everything and kind of get a feel for it. I wanted to, I think the wagon is a perfect project for that. So yeah, we're gonna head over to my sister's dealership and get it in the shop so we can start working on the body work, and hopefully we can get the wagon in for paint this weekend. It's a tight schedule just for the simple reason that I am gonna have to still be working, and I am gonna have to be doing the wagon on my little off time, because I wouldn't want to hand it over to somebody else for them to do it when the plan is to essentially get it done myself and really, like I said, get a hands-on and a feel for it. So yeah, so we're gonna drive over to her shop and get started on the wagon and essentially just see what we can get done with the time given. So it was a little bit hard to really record the process and really speak about it, but busy day at work. Essentially, I was just removing all the trim pieces, the roof rails, all the plastic stuff that needed to be removed before paint, and really just getting started on the sanding process. We started sanding it down with a 600 grit to really just smoothing out that surface and really be able to prep it for the primer and stuff like that. There were some little dents we had to add Bondo, and I'll talk more about that later. I didn't personally do all that stuff. I did do some of the sanding, but essentially the biggest task here was removing that 15-year-old plus probably PPF, but heat gun did the trick. What's going on, guys? So it's been a busy day. We've prepped the car, we've gotten rid of the imperfections in the body, and we started taping the vehicle. Really, all that's pretty much left is finished taping, some little stuff that we need to sand down, but yeah, you see finished taping, and essentially start priming the vehicle and then throwing on the paint. I want to tell you guys what color it's gonna be, but I'm a little nervous essentially on why I picked this color. Main reason I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, is because I am not painting the door jambs, so I don't want anything crazy. So we'll see how this color turns out. And as you guys see, I am not at home. I am at my sister's dealership. So today we had the wrap vinyl guy come in. He did the stripes on this Hellcat, which by the way looks pretty amazing. And this Hellcat is on air suspension as well, just like my 135. And he came today and did the stripes on this Scat Pack, which looks pretty sick. I'm not really a Mopar guy,
but honestly working here and being around them a little bit more just kind of made me appreciate them for what they really are. You know, I know they have really bad fame, but essentially they're pretty great cars. They drive great technology, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, they get a bad fame for themselves. But back to the wagon. Yes, like I said, we're going to finish taping it off. It was actually a big pain in the ass getting all this PPF removed, but we did it. You know, heat gun and a little plastic razor, and then the rubber wheel. I think it turned out pretty great. You know, so I think it's going to look pretty good. I still have to go get new wheels, which I'm still debating on, but luckily I found a set not too far away from me, so we'll see how it goes. But for now, we're going to finish taping it up and prepping it for paint. So it's taken a little bit longer than expected. You know, it's just a lot of tedious work having to, you know, tape up everything here, make sure there's no like open spots for the paint to, you know, breeze in. But yeah, essentially we've touched up all the dinks. Pretty smooth now. I think I'm pretty satisfied with it. We're about to start painting soon, and I guess I'll just record as I go, do a little time lapse or so, and just kind of get a little bit of the process. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing this, so just bear with me. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but I am going to give it my best. I know it's probably going to drip due to the fact that, like I said, it's my first time. I'm not an expert, but if it does drip, we're going to go back, sand it down, buff it out, and retry. So it is what it is, but I'm super excited how far this thing has come along. And I know many of you might go, oh, he's painting it already, there's no maintenance being done to it yet. I get that, but the car drives good. You know, needed nothing major besides the suspension, but essentially, you know, all the oil changes, coolant flush, all that stuff is going to get done. You know, it was oil change and all that stuff was done prior, like, you know, with the previous owner. I hadn't put any miles essentially in the car, so we'll tackle down maintenance, do interior stuff after it's all one color and it's a little bit more drivable. And I am tossing the idea of possibly, you know, doing a raffle for the wagon, you know. So here it is, guys, the final color. It's not the people's choice, but it's definitely one of those colors that you really have to like it in order to go to it. This is more like a Nardo gray. Could I have done wrap? Possibly. One of the main reasons I decided to go with this color was because of the door jambs. I was going to go with like an Alpine white or something like that, but I figured it would stand out more on the door jambs when it came to, you know, all the imperfections and stuff like that. So I figured this color was a perfect match for it. So yeah, this is the final color. We're gonna, you know, wait for it to dry and see some final results under the light and kind of see exactly what we're working with. So it has been a long day. It is now midnight, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been going at it pretty much all day. I started disassembling, sanding down, finishing up, you know, removing all the trims, tail lights, prepping it essentially for body work. And honestly, now that I have the wheel covers off, I can really see this taking form. And honestly, just looking pretty sick with the black wheels. And I honestly hated those wheels, but now it's like, okay, it's not too bad. And then the chrome trim is going to get blacked out. The front grills are going to get, you know, full black matte grills, get rid of the M logos. And I think it's going to look amazing. So I think I'm super happy with this now. I'm probably going to finish up this video a different day. And I'm going to be doing, you know, the removing all the paper and basically taking it out into the sunlight and really seeing the imperfections, because it did drip. And like I said, it was my first time, so I really can't complain. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but there's a little bit of drip there, which isn't too bad. A little bit of, you know, dust particles, but you know, we aren't painting in a paint booth. We're working with what we got. And shout out to Javier for walking me through pretty much all the process. So thank you to him. And yeah, so we'll finish up the video a different day, but that is it for today. That is it for tonight. It's been a long day and we're pretty exhausted.